Good morning, guys. A lot of people on my TikTok have asked me what kind of settings I use to be able to hit as decent as I do at 66 years old. And I had help from some three of the top players in the world, Frosty, Trody Boy, and Henye. Uh, and I'm going to show you what I incorporated from what they showed me. So we'll go into our gameplay settings first. And first of all, if you're going to hit decent at all, it took me a while. I didn't start playing MLB until it came to Xbox in 21, and I was doing directional hitting, and it was, as you can tell, it was probably horrible. But I finally made the effort that I was going to go to zone hitting, and it takes a while. It still takes a while. I mean, at 66 years old, your reflexes just aren't as good as they once were. No matter if your mind tells you they are or not, they just aren't. So yeah, I go with zone. I do things a little bit different because, like I said, my reflexes are not as fast as everybody else's. So I use a PCI anchor of free. That way, I can go all the way to the top of the box and set it there instead of having to try to slam my PCI up there. I don't have any problems like many of you slamming my PCI to the bottom, but getting to the top sometimes is a problem. So I have my PC anchor dots on. I should just take them off, but it gives me an idea of what's going on. I use a bat. I got this from Trody Boy. He uses a bat 50% transparency. And the reason why I do that, I use 40% because being an older player, your eyes get too fixated on that bat or the PCI, whatever I'm trying to react. So I want it as faint as I possibly can and react to the pitch to where it's going. So that's what I do, okay? And then we always have it set at legend to begin with, but when we get into our hitting, I change it to GOAT, and I'll show you why. And this is a big one that I got from Frosty. You know, you've got to use strike zone. Well, I use strike zone because I can see it better. Some people like to go strike zone high, and some people even go strike zone 3, but when I'm way back away from the plate, that just makes it harder for me. In my pitching view, I do catcher far, and both of my in play and my fielding view is on high. Even though it looks cool on dynamic and broadcast, up high, Frosty says you get rewarded better for your contact. So, hey, he's the #1 player in the world, so I'm going to go with what he says. Okay? So, I don't use ambush hitting because basically I'm not that great at it. So I just try to react. I try to sit on the fastball and react to everything else. So after you get your controls set up like I have, then you apply the changes and then you go back in, and here's what you go into custom practices. And this is where my guy Henye, I'm going to upload my roster. I'm going into file management, and I'm going to load a batting practice. And that's Henye. You can go into the vault. You have to be on crossplay to be able to do it. If you're on Xbox and you've got it Xbox only, you won't be able to get to it. But he does these all throughout the year, and they're really good because you go in there and you set your roster. Then you come down and custom practice, okay? This is where it gets interesting, and this is what I do. You got to use, for this roster to work, you have to have Boston. Where is it at? You got to have Boston as the visiting team. And of course, he's a Yankees fan, so you got to have Yankees as the home team. And it doesn't matter anything about that. and you go ready, and you just go there. We'll just go 1 p.m., okay? And then you go into practice mode. And here's where it gets tricky, okay? And while we wait for that to load, just remember you're trying to set on the fastball. So then you go in here and we're going to do batting is all we care. We're going to have Beltran hitting, even though I don't have him yet, and Clemens pitching, although I don't have him yet. And we're going to take this all off because as older gamers, we only care about one thing, and that's the fastball. We want to be able to catch up with the fastball. And as you can see, I was very late, but I'm playing, this is Legend, okay? This is Legend. I won't be playing on Legend. I'll be playing mostly on All-Star. And look at how that thing, that looks like it's 125 miles an hour to us, you know? But it's, you just take a few whacks until you can start getting them fair. Every once in a while, you'll even jack one out. I mean, I'm just behind, but my PCI is not that bad off. You see, I'm just barely off. And, you know, those are weak hits right now. But when it goes to All-Star, those will translate, I'll be even more on it when we go into All-Star. And see, the more swings you take, the more used to it you get. So, and you get a better eye and better sense, and you just react to the slower stuff. My problem is I'm too aggressive at the plate, and if you can learn a little patience, you can fight off the tough pitches to get the pitch that you're actually looking for. And then when you get that pitch, you can drive it, and that's all you're looking for. You know, we're not going to score 20 runs a game, but I can tell you that I'm not the best player in the world, but I am far from the worst player in the world. And I give as good as I can take. And one thing you'll find out from me is I will take my butt kickings too. But this right here has helped me immensely to go into this custom practice. And even though you miss a few, you know, you're going down 2 levels. They usually say just go up 1, but I like to go up 2 because it really helps me in the end get to where I want to be. So I'll take one more swing, and we'll see if it helps you. Drop a like and subscribe in the comment, and come see me on YouTube. See, I drove that one pretty good, and we're going to end it right there with a home run. Y'all have a good day. And probably one of the most important things that I use that has helped me, because I am a slammer of the PCI, is I use the black control freak because it's the hardest, and it takes you a while to break it in, and your defense will suffer a little bit, but if you play offline a little bit, it'll help you. And I also use the Galaxy control freaks. I use the low rise on the left stick only, and this is what my setup looks like. And I use a Game Sir 7 controller. It's helped me a lot, but I'm going to get with Major, and I'm probably going to get the controller he's using eventually after this one wears down. But again, I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. Come visit me on TikTok. I do a lot better on TikTok than I do Twitch, but I understand that because all the big boys are on Twitch. But thank you for watching my video. Give me a like, give me a comment, and tell me what you'd like to see in the next video.